grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, if you need it, you can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something.
Hello, all you wonderful people out there. Welcome to Jamaican Experience. My name is Gabi, and today I'm going to tell you about my culture shocks I experienced there. And I'm going to tell you about did I regret moving to Jamaica or not. So remember to subscribe, like, share and comment down below. Don't forget. Some things I had to get used to. Was definitely a culture shock for me also, that the garbage thing. I mean, coming from Germany where you separate your garbage, and all of a sudden, because we asked our neighbors, what do you do with your garbage here? All of a sudden they just said, we burn it. Which to me that just sounded like a crime back then. And that was so weird. I remember when first time I burned my garbage, I felt so extremely guilty, like I'm doing really something bad to the environment and thing, like, you know, so yeah, that was weird. The transportation system was also totally different. I mean, in Germany you have the U-Bahn, the Straßenbahn and the bus system and God knows what. It's good, but I also love the Jamaican transport system once you get to understand it. Because you actually can't get a taxi from anywhere and you can't come out anywhere you like, but in the beginning I didn't know that. I remember I always saw some ladies when we went to the bus stop and they said, you need to go down there some further, also the bus won't stop here. But over the time we did know this one bus driver, and he always stopped for us, and the ladies didn't like that, believe you me. He stopped where we were and then he stopped again where they were. I find that so cute. It was one of those old buses back then also, you know, country bus. I did love that. Yeah, and the taxis, you get used to it, you know, once you know where your taxi stand is, who carry you back home, and so you will get used to it. But in the beginning, I mean, you have to learn, right? You're in a new place, everything is new, and by the way, the language, oh my god. I thought I'm good with my English and stuff, like, oh, forget it. Everybody just talk patois, and it could be Chinese or it could be anything, and they talk so fast, like, and I was like, can you please talk a little bit slower? And it was something else. God no. I thought I would never ever ever learn it. True. God no. But I did. Yeah, and what else was so strange? Yeah, the bread. I mean, if you consider in Germany we have 100 different kind of breads. Like the bread where you can buy it in Jamaica is hardo bread, which I actually now like. Back then it gave me belly ache for about a year. I hardly couldn't eat it because it really did hurt my belly a lot. I remember that. And then all the variety what you have here, you know, with the cheese and the sausage and anything, like, you know, that was new too. But that's what a new place is. It's just making new experiences, and you either accept it or you go back home. And I didn't want to go back home, no way. What really got on our nerves in the beginning, and going back to your taxi driver thing also, especially when we're there on Baton Road also, I mean, constantly you get asked, do you need a taxi? Do you need a taxi? Also, and that like 100 times in a row, and it's like, wow. At one point we even thought about having a shirt printed also with writing we don't need a taxi or something like that, because that was so annoying over the time. But it got better over the months and years to come, right? Mosquitoes. Man, in Germany we have teenagers. They are so small you hardly don't see them, right? But in Jamaica they are huge. And boy did they love me. They juked me as much as they possibly could. Also I was like in, oh my god, I was in agony. But over the years that got better too, and I don't know, they didn't like me that much anymore. Cockroaches, boy. Down here we have baby cockroaches. In Jamaica you got the grandpas and the grandmothers and the thing, they are huge, right? I mean, thanks God I'm not afraid of critters. Like, I don't mind spiders and God knows what, and I love lizards and things like, but my friend, she was so afraid of the cockroaches, which was my job then also to kill them. I mean, you know, that's not easy, right? First you have to catch him and then you have to really lick him hard, and boy, they don't want to be dead so quick. which was always also new, is like a telephone thing. Yes, some people of course have telephone at home. We didn't back then, so we asked around where we could call back home to Germany and stuff like that. We found out about Jamintel. Jamintel to this day don't exist anymore. Back then it was a lifesaver, trust me, because so we could call home, and that was pretty awesome. Another experience was the Jamaican breakfast. German breakfast is, some people might call it boring, but they love their brötchen and their brot and their jam and maybe some fried eggs, scrambled egg or whatever like. But we don't eat banana and dumpling and hot breakfast and kalaloo and maybe even some liver, which I love. So that was something really getting used to too. But anyway, we cooked at home. So then you can cook whatever you feel like, okay? The gas stove, I was afraid of the gas stove in the beginning. It was the first time I ever cooked on gas. So I actually double check every time also I use the gas stove that it really turn off, because I was afraid it would just boom around my head, like, you know. I'll never forget that. Washing with our hands. Yes, washing machines were extremely expensive back then. And so we thought we'd do it like everybody else, and we wash our clothes with our hands with the nice blue bomber and thing like. And we got over that too, and yeah, my god, there's no problem, right? Oftentimes we also experienced like a light was gone, current gone and thing like, and we wasn't used to that really. So we did like everybody else. Our neighbor said, you need a kerosene lamp, right? You need flashlight, you need candles, and that's what we did. It was quite common back then. Nowadays it's much better, but back then light cut off happened quite a lot of time. And you guys, you know what I missed too, which is really weird, was sparkling water. Because I mean, one good thing is in Jamaica, and any restaurant you go, you always get a water, and that's for free. Here in Germany you wait a long time for that, you won't get a water here extra, you have to pay for it, right? But I was looking for sparkling water because I was so used to it, and to me it was more refreshing than the other one. So that took me some time. Later on you could buy Evian and some other sparkling water, but that costs an arm and a leg, so forget it. But I got used to that too, right? What was also new for us, that everything is called tea. It doesn't matter if you have coffee or you drink soup, you have a real tea or bush tea or something, everything is tea. From the fish tea, the cocoa tea, the coffee tea, and I find that kind of cute. It's totally different down here. Here we have either our coffee or we have our tea, and fish tea would never be called fish tea. Also fish tea, we call it Fischsuppe. That's what we call it in Germany, right? So we call it soup. And that was cute too. And the Jamaican men, oh my god. They are so different from the German men. I mean, especially when you're new and you're a foreigner and thing like, oh my god, they're on your case. And they sweet talk you so until blue moon come and thing like. And you really need to get used to that. And don't take everything so serious and thing like, you know. But being back here in Germany now, you actually start missing it, because to me now the German men are actually quite boring. Forgive me that. What was also very new and yeah, weird. I mean, in Germany you get your letters in your letterbox. So there's somebody deliver the post and they put it in your letterbox where you live. So in Jamaica, sometimes you don't even have a road name, or never mind a house number or something in some places, never mind. And so we learned we had to go to the post office and had a Postfach there, you know, and that's what we did. And that's how we got our letters, right? We always had to go to the post office and pick up our letters there, which is kind of cool if you think about it. And that's where we always had our letters stamped and send them to Germany or wherever like. Then I remember after I worked for the first time, I mean, you have to remember in the beginning, like the first couple of weeks, you compare a lot. Over the months it stopped kind of, but in the beginning you compare a lot. How much does it cost in Jamaica, how much does it cost in Germany? What is the difference between Germany and Jamaica like? But over time that just sort of disappears like. But I remember when I got my first paycheck, I was like, oh my, what? I mean, that was for a 2 days tour. I forgot how much it was. It was so little bit, it's not even worth mentioning it. In Germany, I wouldn't even gotten out of bed for that kind of money. But you need to deal with it and you have to get used to it because this is a different country, different payment, and it's totally different, right? So was it a culture shock? I mean, it was sure interesting. It never got boring and you learn by doing. Thanks God we made pretty good friends there who always encouraged us, who helped us, who gave us advice, and I don't regret one thing, and I sure will be back to Jamaica one day soon, hopefully, and I don't regret anything. You hear? I only encourage you guys out there, whoever have a dream, and so fulfill your dreams, go live in a different country, have some new experience, and I don't know, you learn so much from it. And you know, people, what is so funny? I just remember that. I remember in the beginning when people say, so them just gone a country. And there I was thinking, okay, he went to America, maybe he went to Europe, he went to England, I don't know, something like that. But hell no, it didn't go that far. It was just one of those parishes in Jamaica, Hanover, like, or Trelawney, St. Anne, and that's country, right? It took me some time to realize that, and I didn't feel like a complete idiot or so, but country in Jamaica is just, I go to country. So that means I visit family, I go to a different parish, but I don't go to foreign. That's what Jamaicans call abroad, foreign, right? So I guess that was it for today. Hope you enjoy watching. Take care of yourself. Remember to like, share and subscribe and comment down below. Peace!